morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this video. As we can see by the big Gargantuan vertical vengeance over there, we are back here at Great Adventure. Today actually is Shoreline Pier's official media day. Of course, I was not invited, so we're just going to be walking around the park and in that general area. Hopefully, I'm expecting them to have that area closed off for all the media festivities, so probably not going to be able to explore the land today, so we'll just have to do that in a future day. But always excited to get on most of our favorites. Toro is still unfortunately on one train, so we'll see what we can do there, but either way, it should be a very fun day today. Without further ado, let's get right into the park. Also forgot to mention, it is probably going to be school group day. That is just the beginning of it. We do not know, of course, how many more buses are going to be coming, but we're going to prepare for the worst. Made it into the park. They did let us in a bit early, so they are, of course, holding. I do want to do Flash today, just since I haven't done it in a while. Of course, there is a massive crowd on the right side and basically nobody on the left side, so we're gonna have to finagle our way through that. But hopefully, we are able to secure a first ride on Flash. We got the first ride of the day on the Flash Vertical Velocity. Of course, it was in row 3, but I will, of course, take a first ride of the day. Oddly enough, as you can probably hear by this clip right here, there is currently no onboard entertainment and no onboard audio right now. I don't know exactly the reason for that. Could just be they're having issues with it. Hopefully they are able to return it soon, because that was one of our weirder rides here on Flash. Still, obviously a fun ride as it is, but the audio definitely enhances that. Then we went over, did a quick ride on Justice League, and as you can see on to the left here, I got a pretty decent high score. Of course, not compared to others who have somehow gotten into the 400,000 range, but still a very fun ride nonetheless. I forget what my highest score is. I think it's around like 250,000, but that ride on Justice League was one of our betters of the year. Viewers of the channel will probably know where we are going next, but check out the presence that Project Purple has, even from Plaza del Carnaval. This thing is going to be massive, as you can probably tell already by the presence it has in the park. But either way, again, sit at about 24 on the season, so we are getting here a bit on the later side, and of course, as previously mentioned, still on one train, so we will see how the line develops further, but hoping to get a good set in here. For once, there was nobody in line for our set here, so we got a total of 10 rides. And an assortment of seat, of course, but we did get a front and a very back ride. Very high contrast difference there. As I mentioned in the last video, there is a lot more of the forward air time on this hill, especially in the front row. So I'm kind of actually torn between the front and back, but cannot beat the back for that amazing first drop, and got some amazing views of them working on Project Purple up there, in which they have placed a crossbeam in, so exciting progress over there. Cannot wait to get a better look at that, but great 10 ride set here on Toro, which I believe puts me at 34 on the year. I do also want to give a huge shout out to the Toro crew. Though that line would not be as short as it was without the crew up there. Massive props to them, especially with only working with one train, which we did see them working on the second train in the infield shop, so we are hoping to see the second train on the track soon. Had to come straight here to the boardwalk, and ever since our last visit, the boardwalk night stage got a very nice refresh. It is very much so decorated up for a boardwalk party. Really like the colors on it, especially. If we turn around, we can see that they did move the Singing Seagull stage. We will get to that hopefully in a little bit, but up ahead we can see some progress on what they were working on earlier this week, which was presumably the start of the Project Purple station. We're going to go around the corner here just to get a better look at it, but very good, exciting progress here. So going over the fence here, we can see the progress they're making on the area by the station, but do want to highlight what they're building up here. They managed to get another crossbeam in ever since the last clip, so they are working on this steadily, which is a very good sign to see, so they can hopefully get this thing completed and testing soon. This thing has, again, a massive presence here in the boardwalk, and going up that path there, it is unbelievable the views you can get of this. So excited for this to progress even more. So they are going a little bit vertical at this point, and at this point the track pieces are completely vertical, but seems that they are transitioning into some sort of angled pieces. So hopefully that means that we're going to be starting to see some twisted pieces going vertical. So again, it's exciting progress here. And also the It's Rising teaser got moved to the shoreline side of the fence here, along with this little teaser right here, a Shoreline Pier Beach Patrol in all purple. Could be a hint of the theme. Again, we'll just have to find out. Back here at Shoreline Pier, I don't believe any media events are happening. They probably happened very early in the morning. So we still got flying scooters and another half a ride of Hypno Twister to go. So we're gonna knock off flying scooters here, especially since it doesn't have too much of a line. So hopefully we'll be able to get our first ride here on this amazing attraction. First ever ride on Great Adventures Flying Scooters is done. I think that is one of the better flying scooters out there. It is such a long ride cycle. It gives you the opportunity to really like soar sideways, basically, as any flyer model does as well. But really impressed with flying scooters there, and that means we just have a full cycle of Hypno Twister left to complete the currently open rides, because it appears that Super Roundup is not currently open right now. So as long as we get the full cycle here on Hypno Twister, I would be satisfied. We did it! We broke the curse and finally got a full cycle here on Hypno Twister. Of course, Zamperla Nebulas aren't too thrilling of a ride, even though it is marked a 4 on the rules board over there. But I can accept that just because of the way that it looks. I would think that's why it is like that. But either way, decent little ride to get some neat little airtime pops. But that is about it. Looks good, but ride is just fine. Ever since our last visit, they did make a few changes here at Barrels of Fun. First of which, they added the rules board where all the circle deco was. For once, major change, they have the lift chain now in, so they could probably start testing that very soon. They've also got some neat little barrels off to the side of the entrance here. Speaking of barrels, still only the one train and one barrel on the track right now, though they do seem to be working on it right now. Hoping to see more barrels come onto the track soon. Progress on the station does seem that they have some poles up. Not too much work there, although they do have the operator booth fully intact. So exciting progress here at Barrels of Fun. Hopefully this is able to open either before 4th of July or around mid-July. And while we were on Hypno Twister, they added yet another crossbeam to the top of the tower over there, or top of the tower, because I'm assuming it's going to go even higher than that, judging by the crane height there. Just absolutely insane the pace they are working at right now. There are just so many hidden details here on the pier. My favorite of which being the little hidden speakers there, of course playing the land music, and a little bit of just shoreline ambiance. But my second favorite being this boat right here. Could it be a teaser at this thing right over here? Who knows, but interesting little tidbit right there. Very good progress they are making here at Wave Swinger. First of which, all of the panels are in. We saw the canopy at the very top, and most importantly, a good majority of the actual swings themselves are in. Now, I do notice there are some black bits, which presumably are connectors for the swings, still up there, so I think they still have to add the middle section of the swings, but the inner and outer swings are in, which, again, very good progress here at the Wave Swinger. And as previously mentioned, the Singin' Seagull stage did get moved here to Shoreline Pier. It's going to be right next to the Hypno Twister stage. My only concern is that there isn't many seating around the stage, mostly just the seating areas in the front planters here, but hopefully they'll be able to get some benches around here soon. Nice little beach chair over here. There are also many other signs around the area. I think no better than this one right here. So we do have Dad on the scene. Do you want to break down what is on the sign right here?
Well, the two that really stuck out for me was no dinosaurs. Extinct means extinct. We checked. And then the no alien landings. Please use the designated areas only. I thought those two were the funniest.
Yeah, I think this one again is the funniest sign, right next to the drink stand here at Shoreline Pier. All right, so since we have noticed that it has been a dead day today, that includes Superman. We checked while on Hypno Twister. It is a station wait, so while we're over here, might as well hop a ride. Pretty nice to get back on Superman. In fact, got a front row ride on it, so that was certainly unique. There were many different elements that hit different, especially the pretzel loop here. The entry in felt a lot faster, obviously, naturally, since we were in the front row, so that's the first element that will hit. And also the exit to the pretzel loop definitely hit better as well. Obviously, the rest of the ride is still just over bank turns, so that was nothing different, but certainly a unique ride here on Superman. What's interesting, though, as we exit through Daily Planet, they are playing the Shoreline music in the queue line and, of course, exit of the ride. Could be a hit for the future. I'm not too sure about that, but it's safe to say that Superman might be starting to count its days here. At the end of the boardwalk here, up by Boardwalk Steak and Fries, they have a very nice sandcastle set up here for Boardwalk Nights. Again, wondering when Boardwalk Nights will start, but nice little teaser there if that is the case. So, very good news. It was posted on their socials that Batman the Ride has started testing. I'm glad to see that they are making an attempt to get it open by the packed summer months. Obviously, still not open quite yet, since they still do have a lot more tests to go. But happy to see the progress to get even more capacity to the park. And you could probably gather what we're going to be heading on next based on the blue and silver sign straight in front of us. That's right, going to be hopping a ride on Nitro.
Please be well with the head on the right side. And do some people on the right. You can get a little loose. He's a little loose, but steady on that yellow line for me. And with that being said, we're straight to that line. What you really see in this situation, make sure you hold on that bar. What's that line bar? It's down. It's not coming back.
Very solid back row ride here on Nitro. I think I mentioned this in the previous vlog, I can't forget, but they did take D train off the track, so it is just A, B, and C for now. So at least they are running 3 trains today, which is a very nice additional bonus, especially on a dead day. I think with 1 or 2 trains, that line would probably be back at least by the seating area over here, but it is a nice bonus that they have 3 trains on, and it is running very nicely today. While on the lift hill, we also noticed that Jersey Devil here was basically boasting a station wait, which again, in recent years has not happened a whole lot. So we're finally, hopefully, going to get our marathons back on this. So we'll see you back after our rides. Not as much as a marathon as I thought, but hey, 4 rides ain't bad. Yeah, the lines did start to fill up a little bit at the station. As we can see, it started to fill down the stairs there, but either way, running amazingly today. A few rides in the back row, obviously got to get that back row ride. Not too much in the front though, although front row doesn't really make a difference. And when it's running like this, I would much prefer to get all back row rides on this, but really good 4 rides on Jersey Devil. We've basically completed the lap and done everything that I've wanted to do today, so we have about 45 minutes till our next meal credit, so might as well camp out at Toro before our next meal is up. Basically a second home at this point, and crews at Purple have been well at work today. They've gotten major progress since we have been here in the park, but of course this is probably going to be one of the final sets or slash ride depending on the line, so let's hop a ride. Just the one ride for now, but an amazing back row ride here on El Toro. You especially know that the later rides have sped up significantly. Plus, full trains definitely do help. So, of course, that was one of the best rides of the day. Cannot beat the back row drop and all the ample airtime you get. That is going to basically do it for our day, since everyone seems to have made their way over to Toro, so the station is kind of filled now, so there's really nothing else for us to do here except for grab our last meal credit. But after our last meal, we will then make our way towards the exit. That is going to just about do it from our day here at Great Adventure. Very successful low crowd day, if I had to say so myself. Chipped away greatly at the Toro 100 ride count with a total of 11 rides today, and a whole other rides getting back on our favorites. Happy to see the progress at Project Purple. Cannot wait to see how much taller that gets and how it dominates over the skyline. But anyway, that is going to just about do it for this video. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and of course subscribe for more theme park content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.